Hi everyone, welcome back to Lady C, the place where we talk about building luxury, creating legacy, and shaping the future, one brick at a time. Today, I'm diving into one of the most exciting parts of this journey, laying down a strong foundation that will support everything we're building. We're reinforcing the slab and preparing to pour, setting the stage for a structure that's built to last. Before any walls go up, you need a solid start. In this video, we'll show you exactly how we built a strong, level house foundation step by step, from preparing the land to pouring the final concrete slab. If you're building, renovating, or just curious about how it's done, stay tuned, you'll get tips that could save you time and money. We started by clearing and leveling the site. This area was slightly sloped, so we had to bring in extra fill to even things out. It's critical to get the ground as flat and compact as possible to avoid future settlement. We used a plate compactor to make sure the soil was firm before excavation. Before a single drop of concrete is poured, proper compaction is one of the most critical steps in any foundation project. For this build, we used a mechanical plate compactor to compress each layer of the crushed stone base. Rather than compacting it all at once, we worked in controlled layers, each about 150 mm thick, to ensure uniform pressure and maximum stability throughout the base. For this build, we used high-quality fill soil to support the foundation. Good fill compacts tightly, avoids hidden voids, and ensures even support. Poor fill can cause settling, moisture issues, and cracks. Choosing clean, well-graded soil helps ensure long-term stability and avoids costly repairs. We added just enough water to bind the particles without oversaturating the base. This controlled moisture level helps eliminate air pockets, enhances the load-bearing capacity of the foundation, and significantly reduces the risk of future settling or cracking in the slab. To protect the foundation from moisture damage, we installed a waterproof membrane over the compacted base. This barrier prevents groundwater from rising into the concrete slab, which can cause cracks, mold growth, or structural weakening over time. It's especially important in areas with poor drainage or heavy rainfall. By sealing the base with a durable membrane, we're making sure the foundation stays dry, strong, and built to last. We used mesh wire reinforcement in the slab to increase the strength and durability of the foundation. Concrete alone is strong under pressure but weak under tension. The mesh wire helps distribute loads evenly and prevents cracks caused by shifting, shrinkage, or ground movement. It acts like a skeleton within the slab, holding everything together and improving long-term structural integrity. This step is essential for any foundation that needs to stand the test of time. We slightly raised the mesh wire off the ground to ensure it sits within the middle of the concrete slab, not at the bottom. This positioning is crucial. It allows the mesh to effectively absorb tension forces and prevent cracking throughout the slab. If the mesh sits too low, it won't provide proper reinforcement. Elevating it ensures the steel does its job where it matters most, within the body of the concrete. The pipes you see popping up are electrical conduits, installed exactly as outlined in the building plans. Getting their position right at this stage is crucial, because once the concrete is poured, there's no going back. Proper placement ensures that future wiring aligns with the walls, outlets, and fixtures, keeping everything safe, efficient, and easy to access during the next stages of construction. You might notice there's no plumbing or drainage piping installed yet. That's because, for this project, those services will be laid after the slab is complete. The site layout and system design require external trenching, which is planned for the next phase. By holding off for now, we avoid damaging any pipes during compaction or concrete work, and we keep the foundation process clean and controlled. With the base compacted, the mesh raised, and electrical pipes in place, the next step was preparing for the concrete pour. We double-checked all formwork to ensure it was level and secure, and confirmed that all reinforcements were correctly positioned. The slab was designed to be 100 mm thick, which is standard for residential foundations. This thickness provides enough strength for the structure above while allowing for proper embedding of the reinforcement mesh. Once everything was in place, we were ready for the concrete. For this foundation, we used a standard concrete mix with a ratio of 1 part cement, 2 parts sand, and 4 parts gravel. Clean water was added gradually, just enough to achieve a workable but not overly wet mix. Getting the right consistency is key. Too dry, and the mix won't bind properly. Too wet, and it weakens the final strength. The slab was designed to be 100 mm thick, so we calculated the volume of concrete needed based on the area. We made sure the mix was well blended before pouring to ensure even strength and a smooth finish across the entire foundation. Before we even pour a drop, there's one step we never skip: mixing the concrete right. It's not just about throwing cement, sand, and water together. The mix needs to be precise, with the right ratios and timing. Why? Because a poorly mixed batch can lead to weak spots, cracks, or even collapse down the line. Get it right, and you get strength, durability, and a finish that lasts decades. It's the difference between building for now and building for the future. At Lady C, we mix with purpose, because quality starts at the very first step. I'll walk you through the key things you need to watch out for when pouring the concrete slab. We kicked off early while the weather was still cool. Timing matters a lot. If it's too hot, your concrete sets too fast and can crack. Too cold, and it might not cure properly. The sweet spot, early mornings or late afternoons, that's when you pour for the best results. As we pour, we guide the concrete evenly across the formwork, making sure it flows smoothly, no dry patches, no air pockets. We used a concrete vibrator to eliminate trapped air, but here's the trick, don't overdo it. Too much vibration can weaken the mix instead of strengthening it. It's all about balance, timing, technique, and teamwork. At Lady C, pouring the concrete slab was just the beginning. We didn't walk away once the concrete was in, because what happens next is just as important. After the pour, we cured our slab the right way, by keeping it moist for 7 full days. Concrete doesn't dry, it cures through a chemical reaction called hydration. Without enough moisture, the concrete becomes weak, brittle, and full of cracks. So here's what we did. We covered the entire slab with river soil, yes, good, moist river soil, and we kept watering it daily. This method locked in the moisture and protected the surface from the sun and wind. It's a traditional technique, and it works beautifully. The result, checkmark no cracks, checkmark full curing, checkmark a rock-solid foundation that we can proudly build on. Flipping curing might save time, but it'll cost you strength, quality, and peace of mind later on. We're not building fast, we're building forever. So if you're working on your own slab, take it from us, pour it. Cover it, water it, that's how we did it, the Lady C way. Thank you for watching, please like, comment, and subscribe to see how we go from foundation to finish, with purpose and pride. And tell us in the comments, how do you cure your concrete?